Hello, my name is Lorena Rios, Prevention Intervention Specialist at ESD 123, and I'm here to talk about the intake form. And I like to pre-fill out as much as I can of this section, and once I meet with the student, I make sure that the student's information is correct. Some of the questions are like, the student's name, their gender, how they identify themselves as, what parent or adult is responsible for them, and making sure you have a good phone number. I'm like, do you want me to text you? Can I text you on this phone? Can I call you on this phone? Seeing how comfortable they feel you reaching them on their parents' cell phone or home phone. Moving on, the second part is a school and education history. And, it asks the student, what's the school they last attended? And are they in regular classes? Are they enrolled full-time? What's their attendance history like? Have they been suspended? And academically, how are they doing? The third part is the juvenile justice status. Do they have a parole officer? Who do they report to? If they do report to someone, does the student have a good contact number for their PO? Fourth part, this part's more like personal questions that you ask a student. Number 39 asks has a student been physically abused, sexually abused, or emotionally abused? And if the student answers yes, ask the student, have they reported it? And if a student says no, then the student know that, because this happened to them, we need to report it because we need to make sure that, they're safe. And, we need to get, other people's involved, and, reassuring the student that you're going to be with them through the whole process. And if they have, any questions, you can help them answer those questions that they might have. This is such a hard question, but it's really important to ask just because you might be the first person to ask them about a hard question, but it's a really good question to ask, your student. So number 40 is the mental health diagnosis. Have they been diagnosed with any mental health issues? And, do they have a counselor? If so, what's a good contact phone number? Before you as a PI reach out to any agency or any person, you need to get a consent of exchange form filled out by the student. That way the student is giving you permission to exchange the student's information to other people. So if you have any questions on that, please ask your supervisor. Moving on, 41, has there been any past or current AOTA assessments? And that's have they been to a First Steps or a different agency other than your drug assessment? The family bonds and attachments. I really like this part of the intake just because you get to know more of the student, you get to know more of their family, get to know more of their dynamics, as well as has there been any past substance use abuse in the household. And the follow-up questions are more for how does the student feel about if the parents are using, how do they feel about that? The next part is an assessment of is the student using, and when was the first time and when was the last time? If the student is having trouble remembering the last time they used, what I like to do is ask them did it, can you remember an important date that was going on that during that time? Just so it can help them, remember and jog their memory. The last part of this form is just more for you, and just so then, was this, what type of referral was this? Was a parent involved? Did they complete your intervention group, as well as did you refer them out to any other agencies? And what are some recommendations that you would like to give the parents on the student? My tip to you is go through the intake yourself, and as you're doing it, you will find a way that is easier for you or makes you feel more comfortable. And so I hope this video helps you. And if you have any questions, always go to your coworkers or your supervisor. Thank you.